Well, as Felix said, it's a big pleasure to be here. I just arrived yesterday from Berlin and no one's going to believe me. People say just send me a picture because no one believes that it's such a cool weather. So if you have time, you can go to the beach. I'm also honored to begin the first presentation today. Probably some people are still sleeping, jet lag. So I try not to be too boring. I represent Tenjin, so as most probably you know, it's a mobile attribution platform, like similar to Just or Flyer, just much cheaper. So it's an American company, and the only European office is based in Berlin, so that's where I'm based. And if you're in Berlin, feel free to reach out, and if you'd like to speak about mobile attribution and analytics during the conference, I'll be delighted. So let's start. I'd like to share with you some metrics first of all, and then some trends that we see are popular this year. So metrics are based on our platform, so Tenjin. So probably if you were developing hyper-casual games before, you know that now there's switching to hybrid model or hybrid social. So let's take a look at some metrics for eCPM and compare metrics with 2022 and 2023 first half of the year. So we see that eCPM is going down a little bit on iOS and about 26% on Android. Number of in-app purchases on the platform, on the contrary, we see growth on both platforms, so about 23-24% growth of the number of in-app purchases. Top countries by installs. Again, no changes, so leaders are India, Brazil, USA, Indonesia, and Mexico. On Android, and some changes on iOS, so leaders this year are USA, UK, Japan, Canada, and Germany. Let's speak a little bit about top ad networks by installs. Same Android and iOS. So iOS leaders are at the moment Plugin, Integral, Iron Source, Meta, and Google Ads. Most probably we're going to see some changes because Iron Source is going to merge with Unity. TikTok is also becoming more and more popular. Android, well, obviously Google Ads #1, then Plugin, Integral, Meta, Iron Source, followed by TikTok and some other networks. Okay, another trend is ROAS campaigns. Most probably you're already running them. If not, it's a good time to think about them. So what are ROAS campaigns? If you don't know, it's when you send to a network data about your ad income, so ad revenue or in-app revenue, and networks are optimizing based on such information. So in case you monetize with ads, you send ILRD, so impression level revenue data, and then you are able to run ROAS campaigns day 0, day 7, and based on your results, get some profits. So why such campaigns are more and more effective? Because you don't have to spend so much time optimizing them, and they're especially effective for small user acquisition teams and show great results, also sometimes better retention. In order to start, if you do not run them, sometimes you need to run like traditional CPI campaigns on network. So network generates information and open this possibility in certain countries step by step, or just give you a possibility to start to run such campaigns. You need, however, a minimum budget sometimes. Otherwise, highly recommended if you didn't start yet. And let's take an example, as I mentioned, about a small studio called Yanni Studio based in Vietnam. So they're about 10-15 people. And just one co-founders doing EA. So they create casual mobile games. They tried ROS campaigns on TikTok and Metagram and saw some, let's say, serious results. So first of all, lots of times for UN manager, the only one was saved. And this is the difference with traditional CPI campaigns green and ROS campaigns blue, so about 60% revenue per daily active users. Twice more installs were generated over the time, and even retention for such campaigns is high. So once again, it's like a trend many networks are offering, TikTok, Google, Facebook, so if you're not running, you can try. Now let's speak about probably the hottest topic, artificial intelligence, and then also know that during this event there are going to be more different panels and discussions, so obviously the role of artificial intelligence is growing, and studios are using them tremendously to create code, write text, making sounds, and of course add creatives and different art objects for Play Store, for Google Play. So as I said, can be used on any life cycle of your game development and any, let's say, stage when you use creatives for your user acquisition campaigns. So again, I'd like to share with you an example of a British studio, so called Half Moon, and there are 5 people, but they use different AI tools. You can see some names here, and as their CEO says, with a small team of 5 people, they try to provide execution capability of a team of 25. So they use artificial intelligence tools on every production stage that I mentioned before. So what's the advantage of artificial intelligence? Let's say if you're a small studio, usually you work with a freelancer that is not so much aware of your game, of your audience. In a better case, you have such a designer in your team, but still it takes some time to provide new creatives, and yeah, quite time consuming and expensive. So with artificial intelligence, you're able to create and to train your model in a couple of minutes. Let's take this example. So you give some pig finder task to create a cute 3-month-old baby, and then you get such an amazing, lovely picture. So you can select for your game or for ads or Play Store. So higher quality, better delivery, and saves costs and time. Look at this App Store ads that were created 100% with a mixture of different AI tools. Well, they use them for their first game. I mean, this British studio that I mentioned, Half Moon, so yeah, not so bad. And again, if you're not using AI, so more, maybe it's time to try. Again, you can also use artificial intelligence to select which ad works best, right, to analyze, because with people's brains sometimes it takes you lots of time to see what creative is winning. So with AI tools it can be way faster, and they can quickly find and understand which creative works better. So like on this slide, well, obviously Ogre is doing better than Dragon, but then you compare Ogre realistic with a cartoon style. Again, we have a winner, and then I can analyze and create different fonts and show potential player ad that is winning. Well, of course, everyone nowadays uses ChatGPT to write text. I especially use it to localize different languages. Works quite well for me, so yeah, you can also do it. And last topic that I wanted to touch is cross-promotion. So when you do not have such a big budget for UA, cross-promotion could be a good way to attract more users, more players to your game. So when cross-promotion is a good tool? Of course, you know that when you show an ad about your second game, you're losing money, right? Because you could show an ad at this time. So most important thing in cross-promotion is to be sure that the player is gonna download your game, will spend more inside the new game than he could potentially spend in the current one. There is no point to run cross-promotion if you have less than 10,000 or even better 20,000 daily active users, because you're gonna have most probably 2% or in a better case 5-10 of downloads. So the number of daily active users, however, should be well, at least 20K. And then cross-promotion, most important thing is a player segmentation. So if you monetize with in-apps or subscription, most probably you'd like to keep the player inside your portfolio, right? So you only show cross-promotion to them if you'd like to keep. And if you monetize it with ads, yeah, then it's better to put cross-promotion in ads lower than your waterfall, because it may destroy a little bit your number of revenues. And I also wanted to share with you a small advice about cross-promotion. So most probably you know this game called DevGAMM, and they started cross-promoting another solitaire game inside DevGAMM. So results were not so overwhelming, and then they wanted to try a new approach. So they used the same fonts. They showed the game mechanic of the new game, but using the fonts and the style of the previous one, and that helped them to get twice more downloads with this game. So, yeah, just a small tip for cross-promotion if you are thinking of. That's actually all what I wanted to share with you. I hope it was not so boring. So again, I wish everyone a good conference. It was an honor to be first today here, and if you have any questions, feel free to approach me. Thank you.